everybody, today I'm going to do a tutorial on Outtree quick weave. It's like a 27 piece at the bottom and deep cut curls on the top. But I'm going to do mine more like a mohawk down the middle. I'm a little nervous because I don't know if I'm going to have enough hair. I bought 2 packs. So I got one in a 37, I'm sorry, a 27 and a 30. So, and then the top pieces are for the 27, and then the bottom are the gonna be the mohawk. And it comes in 2 little pieces of hair. I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be enough. I hope. I feel like buying no more. So what you would need is hair, obviously. And for my quick weave saran wrap to protect the hair, glue, scissors, and a stocking cap. So let's begin. I forgot to mention that the bottom is a 1B and it's about 2 inches. So the 27 piece is about 2 inches and it gives you a nice amount of hair. And then I want to give a shout out to my friend for braiding my hair, Aza. Thank you kindly. I appreciate it. Did a great job because I would have did a crappy job. I don't do braids. Um, so first, I just got 2 pieces of saran wrap and then put them together so it could completely cover my hair. And then just bring it all the way down. Like so. Then get your cap. I like the cap that has a big band. I don't know if you can see it. Like a nice size band. I feel like it's a little bit more protection. A little bit more hold. And then put it on this one. That sucked. This one isn't as tight as they usually are. So get your scissors and then just cut a little bit of the excess off. And this is sliding, so I'm gonna purposely put mine a little bit lower. Right there. There we go. And then first, I'm gonna just measure. I'm gonna work my way up. So start from there. I don't know if you see it. And then I'll come back to a certain point to show you what I've done so far. Okay? Bye. Okay, so I'm back and I placed the 27 piece on one on top of the other to the occipital bone. And I was debating on if I should stop a little bit lower, or go a little bit higher, because once again, I told you guys that I don't know if I'm gonna have enough curly hair. And honestly, this is my first time doing this style, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So I'm going to place the hair, the curly hair next in the middle. So I'm not going to do from side to side. I'm probably going to do about that much and then work my way up, get a little bit wider because I'm going to have the 27 piece on the sides. And then what I'm going to do is do like one track of the 27, one track of the 30, just on top of each other to get a little mixture. So I'll go on to do that next step and let's see how it turns out. Okay. So I added some of the curly hair. So I stopped right here because I think I'm going to just, from here, I kind of did this length and then now I'm going to kind of go a little bit wider, a little bit wider so that more curly hair will kind of just fall a little bit over here. And then what I did was like gap it a little bit, put a little space between each track. I didn't do like I did with the 27 piece where I put them close together. I did a little bit further apart because I prefer to have leftover hair than no hair, and then I could just fill in the gaps later. So now, like I said, I'm just gonna go a little bit wider and try to continue on to the front. Okay, fine. So I'm in the middle of my head right now, and what I started to do was, like I said, from here I went to this length, and then now I'm going a little bit wider, and I'm curving it also, so that more hair could fall on the sides. So you can see I'm curving it, and then when it comes to hair, I'm doing pretty good. This is still from the first bundle, and I still have this left. So now I'm going to just bring the tracks a little bit closer so I can get a little bit fuller mohawk. And I think now I'm going to start in the front and then work my way back towards the middle. And we'll see how that turns out. Okay. Okay, everybody. So I did the front of my mohawk and I started with the brown at the bottom and then did the light brown light like that and then worked my way up. And then once I got to about right here, I started to do a little curve like I did with the back so that it could meet up into a circle, as you can see. And then I did with the same with the back. I started with the brown and went with the light. So that's how it was able to meet up in the middle with the browns connecting. And so the next thing I'm gonna try to do to get a little bit more fuller is I'm gonna part it, and instead of having the track lay this way, I'm gonna try to glue it the opposite way to make it stand up a little bit more. And I'll probably do the same thing with the back, and we'll see how that turns out right now. Okay. Okay, so I'm almost done with the middle part, as you can see. And the whole idea of parting it and placing it the opposite way, and scratch that. I didn't like the way it looked, but I did add a little bit more tracks going the same way, back here, so it could be a little bit fuller. And for the sides, I was trying to figure out a way to make it look a little bit fuller. So I tried this little technique. Uh, I got the two colored tracks, glued them together, and I did this side. I placed it I did half. So half the circle, I just glued it like this, and then glued it to the cap, and then I started to kind of like fold it the opposite way to help it stand up a little bit better. I think the reason why I did it this way, glued it, and then was able to fold it, because it had a little bit more to grab compared to doing one track and then just trying to fold it. So I'm gonna do this side like this and then do the same thing, kind of fold it the opposite way so it could stand up a little bit more. And then uh, I'll see how that look. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that with the rest of the hair in the middle or after gluing this one, if I'm just going to do single again. So after I put this one on, I'll see how it look and I'll come back. Okay, so I completed the circle. I'm probably going to add a track or two more. And I know it probably don't look like a circle right now. I didn't do a closure, it kind of closed on its own. But I'm 6'1". No one's gonna be over my head. So as you can see, I did a little bit of the closure. I probably added, like I said, added trackers too. But once I, play with the hair, make it fuller. Like right here, I was playing with it in the front, so it's a little bit fuller than the back. Um, so pretty much that's it. I'll add some more and I'll show you the finished Mohawk part. Okay, so to make it more fuller, I just kept on going around and around in a circle. Even though the circle was closed, I just kind of added a track on top of one another to get a little bit more fuller on the sides. And then I made my closure piece. First, I just tried the brown and made it into a circle. So, just glued it and then wrapped it around like so. And it wasn't big enough. So I got the blonde and I just did one track around and then kind of pressed it out a little bit and then just put some glue on the bottom part and then just place it in the middle. So yeah, like that. And then once it dries, I'll just continue to play with the hair a little bit. But that's the Mohawk part. And we're still not done. We still have to do the sides with the 27 piece. And we'll trim it up and that'll be it. I want to find another length hair, my leftover stash, because I have a big head, so this wave cap isn't really staying on the way I want to. And I want my sideburns a little bit longer to play with, and I could cut it compared to the 2 inch. I only have a little bit to work with. So I'm gonna see if I can find a little bit of hair that's a little bit longer for the sideburns, and then I'll continue on with the hair that came with the package. So I'll glue on the sideburns and come back to show you how that looks. Okay, so now I am done with this side of the 27 piece. And I just continue to glue one on top of each other, trying to keep it close. And I tweaked it a little bit because on this side, the the mohawk stopped a little bit higher, and then when I put the tracks on, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, because it was too much black showing. So I took some of the tracks out and I brought the mohawk down a little bit lower. So like on this side the mohawk stops here, on this side it stops right here, and then I'll just trim it up just a little bit so some of the black will show. And then I found like that much. I was so lucky. That much of a 3 inch uh 1B or black. I mean, it's either a 1 or 1B of the 3 inch 27 piece hair. So I just used that for my sideburns. So I just added a little bit of track to right here, so I have a little bit of hair to play with, and then continued on top with the 2" that came with the pack. So I'm going to finish this side, and then we'll go on to step 2, which is styling it, and I'll probably do a part 2 video for the styling. So I'll see you in a little bit.